Welcome, and thank you for taking the time to watch this training video on the User Rights Manager of the MTBC EHR. To access the User Rights Manager, simply go to the File menu, expand the User Management option, and choose the option for User Profile. Here, you'll see a list of all of the users that are registered in your EHR. Let's go ahead and create a new user. Click on the option for New, and plug in the information that you need. Let's start with last name, first name, and then we'll select a user ID. The user ID is what you will use to log into the EHR. You can select a combination of letters and numbers. The display name is how your name will appear on the final printed note and throughout other places in the EHR. Go ahead and properly format your display name. Select the password for your user, and if you're going to provide this password directly to the user, you should mark the option for Enforce Password Change. This will require the user to change their password after their first login. If you are the user that will be using this account, uncheck the option for Enforce Password Change so that you don't have to change this password later on. Next, choose a user role. User roles can be customized for different categories of employees within your practice. There are a few standard user roles, but you can also customize your own user roles, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Select the user role, and you can update specific items of the user role through this bottom section where we have View and Edit User Rights. Go through the selection and mark or unmark the options that users should or should not be able to access. Once you've made your changes, click the Save button at the top of the screen. You can create accounts for all members of your staff, and please be sure that each employee has their own unique identification. To modify an existing user, find the user on your list and click Modify. Modifying a user will allow you to edit all of the items except for the user ID that's already been created. Please keep in mind that you can easily deactivate a user that's already been created by unchecking the Active box. There are also some advanced options that you can access from the Advanced button. Here, if you have a signature that you'd like to load for your provider, you can scan that signature and load it by using this signature path. You can set drug-to-drug minimum levels of indications to display. You can also default attending physician, location, or billing physician for each of your users. Once you finish with your entries, click Save once again to save those changes. You can remove all rights from a user, and you can also retrieve rights that they may have had in the past by using these buttons. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we create user roles. Again, go to the File menu, User Management, and choose the option for Define Roles. Here, you can access role-based user rights, where you can assign user rights for an entire category of employee. To create a new role for your practice, click the New button and give that role a title. Choose the default screen, and this is the first screen that will appear upon login. And then set up the user rights for that employee. You can start by providing all rights and then removing the rights you do not want to provide, or a safer bet is probably to only activate the rights that you wish to provide. Once you've made your selections, click the Save button to save this new role in your practice. If you modify a role that already exists, for example here, if I modify the nurse role, and I want to remove the option of deleting cash register payments, and I save my changes, it will ask me if I'd like to apply all of these changes to my current users. This way, I can make changes to an entire category of user rights with just a few clicks. Do you have any questions about the training video that you just watched? Give our technical support a call. The call is free, and technical support is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thank you.